We started this company in 2013, so we've been around about 7 years. We're 100% in the MSP space. So we don't do any kind of one-off for traditional staffing. We have, formal contracts with these large contingent staffing programs. Bullhorn is a very clunky interface. There's a lot of clicks to get to where you need to go. It's not necessarily very intuitive. Some basic functionality, even search, a candidate's in there and you go to do a search and that candidate doesn't pop up in the search result. One of the main drivers for us is cost. We were on Bullhorn and spending a whole lot of money, and you're significantly less money. Part of what drove that Bullhorn cost was they charged extra for that integration between Bullhorn and the various VMS tools. From an operating perspective, speed is really important. Simplicity is really important. It's much more seamless. It's easier. We change the status in Ceipal, and then Evelyn, who runs our HR, she can go from there. Bullhorn has integration, but it's talking to a third-party tool where that integration's been defined, and every time you do that, there's opportunity for something to break. The integration you have it's kind of built in, so it's not integrated. It's just included. My expectation initially was we would get the same thing for less money, but I think what we're getting is better. The speed at which after you click a link and what your screen redraw and what happens is much quicker than Bullhorn. I think just recruiter productivity, I believe, is better. And with your onboarding capability, we now no longer need nor use DocuSign. Again, having all of this all in one, not having to pay for everything, understanding that our business is really about integration and talking to these VMS tools and onboarding people and all that. I think it's cut down definitely on speed, and surely I think errors as well. 75% plus savings. We're going to go from spending close to $35,000 to $40,000 a year to under $10,000 a year. You've got sort of the best of a lot of different packages all in one, and that makes it simpler. It's easier. It all talks to each other naturally. When you have that VMS talking to each other, when you have onboarding and do all that, you reduce the integrations you have to do technically because it's all embedded in. I know Sonu's team is much happier on this tool than they are on Bullhorn.